little mistake, he could do something. He wouldn't. Fedor would kill him most likely. But he's like, there's not many people you can say that about. You could say, throw out a name, Frank Mir. He could fight 100% to his ability against Fedor, and he would still lose, no matter what.
Yeah.
But guys like Brock, if he fights 100% to his ability and Fedor makes one little mistake, Brock could potentially win that fight. Same with Josh Barnett. And there's not many guys you can say that when Fedor is the guy standing across from you. So
Right.
It's a bummer. I was looking forward to the fight, too.
I know. I was actually going to order that over here just for that fight.
I might not be ordering now, actually. I might actually just watch a stream because Vitor Belfort and Fedor does not interest me in the slightest.
Same thing. I'll probably hook you up. I mean, we'll be looking for something on not this Saturday, right? I believe next Saturday. That's when that happens. Hey, before we move on from MMA, one last thing. You said that MMAnews.com had an exclusive article up. Bobby Lashley's next fight. You said October 3rd.
Yeah, October 3rd in your former home state of
Denver.
Colorado.
Well, that's why I'm bringing it up, is because Lashley is from Colorado Springs, which is about an hour outside of Denver. So that's his hometown base.
Yeah, you used to live in Colorado Springs, didn't you?
I used to live in Denver.
I thought you lived in Colorado Springs. Why did I think that?
Yeah.
Is that is that where the events were usually, like wrestling that you would go to?
Yeah. There was I lived in a town called Aurora, which is just outside of Denver, about 20 minutes.
I thought that was in Illinois.
No, Aurora, Colorado is where I used to live. But I used to go down to the Pepsi Center, which had that disaster just a couple months ago with the Lakers, that whole deal down at the Pepsi Center. So I don't expect them to run that arena. They're actually going to run the Denver Coliseum, which only holds about 8,000 or 9,000, far less than the 20,000 seat Pepsi Center. So yeah, and then I used to have to drive out. They used to do Raw at the Pepsi Center, and then Colorado Springs at the World Arena, and it was about an hour and a half drive out that way from Denver. So, WWE's coming back to Albany here for Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, they're coming to Jacksonville soon too, I think, right?
Oh, yeah, you never go.
You showed me. I don't know. How the hell do I know?
I think it was a live event, not a
okay.
show. You know what I mean?
Another MMA story.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's we're gonna drive them out if we keep going. Let's talk WWE, and then we'll get back. To
it's kind of mixed in. It's the last thing. Shaquille O'Neal wants to fight Brock Lesnar. He actually contacted Dana White and said he wants to fight him. You've read that, right?
Well, I saw a video where he had a cardboard cutout of Chuck Liddell and said, "Come on, Chuck."
That was a while ago. After this past UFC 100, he called Dana White and said he really wants to fight, which is just a freak show of all freak shows. It'll never happen, but there's just something funny. I don't know. T. Ortiz might be back in the UFC. He's actually pretty much back. And Kimo Leopoldo, the old guy that had the famous fight with Royce Gracie and Ken Shamrock, he's not dead despite rumors. So that's MMA news for this week. Check out MMAnews.com. We got tons of interviews. We got an interview with Kimo, who explains why he isn't dead, which is up, I think, right now. Chris is actually typing it as we speak, he just told me. And we got the interview with Lashley where he confirms his next fight and some ATT reps talking about the Fedor Barnett mess. So all that exclusive stuff and more, MMAnews.com.
MMAnews.com. Check it out. Lots of exclusive stories over there.
Better believe it.
What else, man? What else? Let's talk about the Raw rating. I've got the ECW rating for you as well. Then we'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll come back for about a half hour or an hour. It all depends on...
Really?
Yeah, really. We'll come back, probably for about a half an hour. We've got through most of the stuff that you have in the show files. So we'll do a little break, and then...
I got a rating story I want to tell after you tell the Raw and ECW ratings. I've already told it to you earlier, but...
All right, Raw rating did a 3.5 off hours of 3.43 and 3.62, and the ECW rating from last night just came out and did a 1.2, which I believe is down from last week.
Last week did a 1.3 for ECW, and Raw did also a 3.5 last week, so that stayed the same. Gotcha. Excuse me. As far as ratings go, everybody knows most people get their ratings research and information from Nelson Ratings, Nelson Media Research, right? Right. Or Nielsen. I never know how to say it. Is it Nielsen or Nelson?
It's Nielsen. but I was gonna let this slide with it.
Okay. I used to work for a guy named Nelson.
I before E.
You remember Nelson Schilling, the guy I used to work for, Wrestling Planet? You remember that guy?
Yeah, that's right. Where's he at?
Ever since then I screwed the names up. But my sister. You remember my sister was staying with me because she had personal problems, so she was staying with me for a couple months, right? You remember this?
Right.
Okay, so she calls, or no, she doesn't call. Nielsen Ratings calls us every freaking day. Like, nobody answers because, what the hell, what do you want? But she was bored one day and answered. And they asked her if she would be willing, if they would send her some surveys and some forms and stuff like that, which you watch designated television programs and then fill out the surveys and send them back. And if they did, they would give her some money. So she said, sure, I'll do that. And then, so she gave them, our address and whatnot. She doesn't live here anymore now. She finally got on her feet, and she's got her own place and everything. Today in the mail, a package arrives from Nielsen Media Research, and in that package was all the forms that was promised. And then from the company that gauges every TV show's ratings, it's a big company, very professional. They include in this package a $20 bill and a $10 bill, cash, mixed into a giant pamphlet with a bunch of forms and stuff. Cash.
And this is real? I mean, they sent cash in a box.
They sent $30 with a bunch of forms in cash for her to do that stuff, which, I'm not going to do it. I will spend the cash for them, but,
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying they sent they sent the cash for you to fill out the forms, and of course, those forms aren't going to be filled out.
I don't watch TV at all. Do you think I'm going to watch some crap they want me to? No way.
All right, guys, so we got a little bit more news to talk about, so what we're going to do is take a quick commercial break and come back on the flip side, run down some more WWE, TNA news and rumors, see what we got here in the show files, see what we can dig up. And
callers, try and call in. Get some people calling in, man. Give them the number.
Yeah, I know. All these people come to the live chat room every week, but nobody.
So one of you guys that don't call in, call Ultimate Fanatic. You call in, goddammit. I like that dude. TNA Wrestling 12, I like that dude. Lil Wayne 20, I like that dude. You guys call in. We're gonna be nice.
724-444-7444. Call ID number 30273, followed by the pound key. We don't bite.
And yes, Shaman of Sexy wants to know if you can call from the UK. Yes, you can call from the UK. So
I don't know
1724.
I don't know the code. There's a code that when you call from the United Kingdom, I called somebody from the UK before, and you had to enter some sort of code. I don't know what that is.
I do too. It's just 1 followed by the pound key. That's your PIN number. They ask for your PIN.
Oh, is it? All right.
Yeah,
so do one followed by the pound key and then 1-724-444.
No. It's 1-724-444-7444. Call ID 30273 followed by the pound key, and then your PIN is 1 in the pound key. UK people know how to call America, so you ain't got to tell them how to fix the 1724. They know that stuff.
All right.
They know to dial 001 or whatever the hell they do over there. They know.
Well, give us the call. If you didn't know the number yet, it's 724-444-7444. Call ID number 30273, followed by the pound key. Get in the live chat room, WZROnline.com /chat. I'm going to mess with you during the commercial break. You're going to get some Beyonce. You're listening to WZR Radio with Ryan Clark and Matt Boone. We'll be back right after this. If I were a boy. And we're back, WZR Radio here on WZROnline.com. I'm Ryan Clark. He's Matt Boone. We're going to talk WWE and TNA news and rumors here in hour number 2. Probably go about 30 minutes or so here, and then get on out of here. No wrestling on TV tonight. We've got Impact spoilers in Orlando tonight, our third and final night of taping. So hopefully we'll get some spoilers up here in just a little bit. SmackDown was taped last night, and full spoilers are on the main news board. Matt Boone, back for hour number 2, buddy.
Back for hour number 2. I got no idea what we're going to talk about here, but we are back, yes.
I don't know either. What else do you have in the show file here?
Basically nothing. It's not a show file. I just put a bunch of little topics to talk about in there this time. So
really? So we don't have much.
That's why I was begging for callers. I don't know.
I don't know. I thought you had more in the show. I guess not. Well,
I got little stuff like there was some returns at the Impact tapings, but I don't know if you do spoilers on the show. So
somebody, I don't know where this person's from, but you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey guys.
Hey, what's up?
I was listening to the show pretty late, so I don't know if you guys have already talked about the Angle Jarrett thing. But so I don't know if you guys touched on this, but how likely do you think it is for Kurt Angle to leave TNA? Like, I think his contract ends in September or something like that.
Yeah, there's conflicting reports whether it's up this September or next year in September. Trying to work on that for you, but how likely would it be for him to leave TNA for WWE or maybe MMA?